what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Protein spill.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On first down, Rice. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Out. 61, matchbox lights. Check. Hey, Charlie.
He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a third and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. They'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom, all day.
Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. 52. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Smooth.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Bandit. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I got you, boy.
Big River.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On second down, it's Rice. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And partner, they found a gap there in the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Don't be scared.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Team 6.
56, Mike.
They'll drop the throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielding just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11,
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Right there, 56. Hey, come on, let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Rice, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pittsburgh.
Tight end right.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Orbit. Go.
On 1st down, they'll drop the throw. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Being chased down left. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch. He's got Daly past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Turn to stop.
The 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So don't say nothing.
Leo, ready?
They'll run on first down. Rice. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, it's Rice. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, wahoo!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. They set up a 2nd and 7.
You got it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They'll look to throw here. They're able to locate Wilson. Touchdown, Detroit. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch twins. Check 31. Check 31.
Shoot. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
56 is Mike.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set them up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Beasley, complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Screen play, Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The Redskins now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Come on, fellas.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Red. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
17.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on second and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And it's third down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, echo. Shoot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Hey. You got it. Big, exit. 56, check, 56. Please dribble.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be, 38 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A nice run on first down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Get ready.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He'll get this one to Gallup. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. But oh, so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 3rd down, Rice. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Record.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Check hot route. Hot.
Protein spill.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now back to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Man open, Rice. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And no run back here to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this one caught by Beasley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd down, Johnson. And And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And it's caught. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here we go with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays, but they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Recon, 132-5 hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here we go, set, 8, read.
56.
Bravo.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Shit.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
On the ready.
Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get
Two.
On 1st down, Rice. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Rice. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Open nails, Galladay, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.